Rick B's Daily Vlogs.
Ah, yes. Another beautiful day here in San Francisco. I don't know why I'm looking at that building when I really want to talk about that building right there. So let's get this started.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Welcome everyone, it's my daily vlog channel, Rick B's Daily Vlogs. Yes, I've been on the MIA for a while, but it's a new month, a new beginning, and a new chapter. And today, we're gonna go inside this building right here for a history lesson of the San Francisco Fire Department. We're headed to the San Francisco Fire Museum. So let's go check out what they have in there. Let's go. Let's go. Right on this street right here, this is Presidio. We're in between, you see the street says Euclid and Bush, and this one right here is Masonic on one side and Pine on the other. But we're headed to this building right here, right where you see the flag sticking out the door right there. And we're gonna go check out the San Francisco Fire Museum. Now before coming in, the one thing you want to do is check the time. It's run by volunteers only, and the times are only certain times of the week, certain times of the day. So I got lucky that today they're open, and I called before I did, and they're open. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna go check this out. I'm excited. Right there, San Francisco Fire Department Fire Museum, and it says yes, they are open. If you want to volunteer, jot down that email. You can. Those are the hours, like I said. They're only open certain times of the week and certain hours of the day. And then this building, it says it right there, with Old Glory waving, so I can't hardly read. Fire Department Pioneer Museum by John Shelley. Come on, Old Glory. Come on. Let me read this. Whole piece of San Francisco history that's been sitting here this whole time. And again, now that I stop pointing, the flag decides to stop waving. But I'm gonna go in and go check this out. So let's go in. Overwhelming with a lot of stuff. Pretty cool. Look at this old horse-drawn carriage. Cannot get on it, but it's pretty cool. Something very vintage. A nice veteran fire hat. Lily Hitchcock Kuwait right there, named after the Kuwait Tower. A lot of vintage stuff that's in here. Pretty cool. This is called Old Broderick. I wonder if that's a bell right there. There's a lot of cool things in here. Look at the old fire hydrants that they have just all laid out here. Then these cases, these are old fire badges, fire department, fireman badges. And they have them from what engine company they were in to retired. They even have a chaplain look. This is cool. Nice history right here. That looks like a cool badge right there. Can't get over these fire hydrants. These are so cool and they're real. Look at this one, dated 1909. Wow. They're heavy. That one right there reminds me of a certain droid. Not saying who, but you guys know who I'm thinking of. Whoa, look at this. All the way in the back. Almost glad there's nothing there, because that is a big trap. Old school telegraph. Pretty cool. And up there they have the old school Morse code. And how they used to send telegraphs. They would type it through there, and it would come out through here. Cool. This engine's called the protection engine. Nozzle right there. Again, probably, nope, this is not horse drawn. This is, yeah, maybe. The horse would latch onto there. And this one's called the horse cart protection. A lot of cool stuff in here, man. This is definitely a place you need to visit. Check out the Chief's hat right there. And that's the chief that just retired. On the picture it says present day, but she retired. They have a lot of cool stuff in here. It's really quiet in here, so that's why I'm trying not to talk so loud. But they got a lot of cool stuff in here. It's definitely a place you guys got to come visit and check out. Definitely, at least once. At least once. This one right here has a bunch of old pictures. That's why it's encased. Heroes of the Great Calamity. Probably the 1906 earthquake in there. And this is a bronze bust. Looks like it fell and cracked. But it's President William McKinley Jr. And reading these right here, these are all relics from the 1906 earthquake. That is so cool. Wow, I'm blown away. Look at that shrimp cocktail fork. This is an earthquake that I actually got to experience. 1989, Loma Prieta, 7.1. They kept saying 6.9 or 7.1, but if you were part of it and you felt it, it felt like a 7.1. But they have a lot of the articles and what happened in San Francisco during that time. Not just San Francisco, but the whole Bay Area. Look at, they even passed out canned drinking water from Anheuser-Busch. Because back then, the water, weren't sure if it was safe to drink. So they passed those out. They still have those little Beat the Quake pamphlets or what to do or what to do during an earthquake. They still have them. But this one right here, man, this one gets me. 1906 relics. Look at these Indian head pennies. They were all fused by heat during the 1906 fire, and they're all stuck together. That is so cool. This truck looks like it was just like a spotlight truck. You know, they were going to like a burning building and they needed some light. That's what it shows in the picture. Restored to glory, like it just came out the lot. Pretty cool. Here it is from the front view. More captains, operations, fire helmets or hats. I'm assuming that'll be a helmet and that would be the hat. I'm assuming, but these are pretty cool vintage ones right here. Look at that radio. It's pretty big. More badges. He seemed like he had a cool job. He would just take photos. He was an inspector. That's what the card says. But he would take photos. And that's what it looks like. That's what he was holding. Right there. At least that's what it looks like in the picture. Born in San Francisco, 1922. Wow, I want that job. This is a nice big bell, the Portsmouth Square Fire Bell. It's pretty cool, and check this out. It is cracked. It is cracked. Old school fire station box. And when I say old school, they still have a bunch of these around the city, but this one actually had a light right up there. So when you would break a glass, this doesn't have a glass, but you would break the glass, then you would pull the lever right there. And when you pull the lever, it would make this loud sound, and at the same time, the light would go off. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is vintage. If you are a fireman, this would be something cool sitting in your living room. Look at the old school fire switchboard. The one that I showed that was right across over there was the smaller one. But this one, look at this one. And then it would come out right there. Another switchboard, what it used to look like right there in that picture. That is cool. See, these are the fire alarms that you see now around the city. Well, not these, but they look like this. And they would still break the glass, pull the lever, and a loud alarm would sound. And when this sounds, it would go straight to a switchboard right here. Not this particular one, but it would go to a switchboard, and the switchboard will tell you which fire alarm is going off, which area. Maybe with that serial number, maybe. But that's pretty cool. Another switchboard. David Scannell, the last chief engineer, Seska's volunteer fire department. Another big horse-drawn carriage. It's the veterinarian volunteer engine. The horses would go right here in the front. This is pretty tall. There's a picture of it right there. This is one of the old, definitely old school ones with the horse-drawn. Got the 3 horses right here. And there he is right there. And they would sit right there. Look how big these wheels are. Almost as big, as tall as me. As tall as some people I know. Engine 26. And the way it looks like, let's see if it says it right here. There's engine 26 located on 2nd Avenue. But this one right here, it looks like an old steam engine. And there's more right here. God, these are so cool. Old vintage fire trucks. Made out of wood. This one's made out of metal. That one's made out of wood. Built in Elmira, New York. Pretty cool. This one's called Old 22. Engine 22. Trying to see, served near Engine 13 near the Cliff House. So I bet you during a lot of the fires of the Cliff House, this came a lot. Look at all the contraptions back in the days. So much levers and stuff to use. The guy would sit up there. The fireman, not the guy, fireman would sit up there. Horses would be right here. And again, look at the size of these wheels. Crazy. More things behind the glass. Any of these things from the old days, man, I love them. Because it just shows a piece of history of San Francisco. As far as fire departments, firemen. Look at this one. It has probably a work schedule on who's watching what at what time. 1916. That one too. This is one that I was checking out. Guns. And these aren't regular guns like you would fire. If you read right there, it tells you what they're used for. To shoot dart to connect the line from one line to another. Dart right there at the end. The line rail right there. So it wasn't to shoot bad guys. They stopped using them in 1980. This one's from 1895. Engine number 5. Look at the old fire truck they used to use. More of old. I'm trying to see what the years were. These are helmet shields. So they are helmets. So not hats. So like I was saying earlier, they're helmets. I'm trying to see the year, but I can't see the year. All right, one last look. Definitely a cool place to visit. They have everything here from old engines to old pull boxes right here. Old pulleys, old helmets, old everything. But again, what always gets me is these old 1906 relics. God, this, not only is it from 1906, but it's from the fire of 1906. If you're from San Francisco, this is definitely a piece of history. These pennies right here. These pennies right there, man. They just look so cool. Definitely check this place out. Definitely check it out. There's a lot going on here. A lot going on here. And for nostalgia, let's throw in a police, an old police box, just for fun. And those horses, pretty tall. Definitely worth the trip. Definitely worth the trip. We're in, let's see what engine number this is to see where we are. It's gonna say it right here. No, it doesn't say what engine number this is or where we are. Might say right there, engine 10. We're in engine 10, so right here. Not sure what district this is. Pacific Heights is of that neighborhood. Engine 10. So look for engine 10. Right next to engine 10 is the San Francisco Fire Museum. It's definitely worth to come visit. Definitely worth to come check out. A lot of cool stuff. Again, the 1906 earthquake relics that they had over there. I just realized I'm standing by the door, and if I hear an alarm, I'm definitely running out of the way because that means the fire's coming, because the street right there says keep clear, and I'm standing right in front of the fire door. So hopefully it doesn't happen until I finish the vlog. But definitely check it out. Definitely stop by. It is free. Pay a donation. I paid a little donation to go in. It's run by volunteers. Again, the times can change. Sometimes it says open at 12, but they won't get here until 1 because it's by volunteers only. But it's definitely a cool spot to come check out, man. I'm a little overwhelmed right now, and with all the stuff that they had over there. There was family in there that came all the way from South San Francisco, and they were in there for like 5 minutes. They weren't even there as long as I was. But definitely check this place out. Definitely a cool spot to visit. San Francisco Fire Department Museum. Cool spot. The vlog's gonna continue again tomorrow. Give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't followed me on my Patreon yet or haven't donated to my Patreon, I'll leave links to the description down below. And again, for the people who's wondering why do I would need a Patreon account, it's to get to places outside of San Francisco to help me pay for like gas, stuff like that. There's some places like this is free, but there's some places that I want to go to that's not free that I gotta pay, and I want to share with you guys. So that's the whole reason for the Patreon account. And I'm not asking for a lot. If you guys want to donate $1 a month, that's totally fine with me. If you guys want to donate more, that's fine with me also. But again, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking for, you know, pay for my new car or anything like that. I'm just asking to help me go out and share San Francisco and other parts of San Francisco with you guys. So that's why I started the Patreon. I'll leave links to my Patreon down below. But this has been fun. Educational and fun. Thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Until tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Vlog's ended. Here from Station 10. Go in peace.
I made this.